Hello, my name is Gregtech and welcome back to our Omnifactory playthrough. I am still crafting up Heart of a Universe, and as we can see, everything is just chugging along. And take a look here, and we have crafted up a whole bunch. I just let the world run overnight, and yeah, what do we have? We have 8, 11, and we're crafting up our 12th, which is actually perfect. That's kind of what I was trying for, at least, because the Infinity armor requires 12 Infinity ingots. Obviously, there's a lot more that goes into it, but yeah. So that was kind of like my little bit of a goal in the meantime. I have done like a few little things, improvements, kind of just changing some recipes, like tin wires, copper wires. I increased them to like 16. I think I did a few rods, increased those to 32. Just ones that we use a lot of, just to increase like the crafting or decrease crafting time. So I think basically at this point, the slowest part is actually the micro miners now. Yeah, as we can see, we're starting to get the micro miners going. This is the tier 1s for the dilithium and the stellar creation data. But yeah, like the chaos and the universe creation data, and these actually are like the slowest part of the process. Now, I have been kind of putting off doing something about that. I was kind of hoping the new update would come out, because this mod is being removed and replaced. Basically, you'll just have to break this down, put everything in a crafting grid, get the new item, and rebuild it. So I've been kind of putting that off as long as possible, because like rebuilding this and then updating and then having to break it down again and then rebuild it, I just have been trying to delay, but I think we're getting to the point where I can't really delay it any longer. I'm going to have to go ahead and do something about that. So probably craft up, 4 of these kind of thing. Spread these out in between the 4 of them. Maybe a couple more of those. I don't know. We'll see. It's basically one or the small one and the large one. We don't really use that one all that often. Tier 4, 5, and 6, we rarely ever send out. So, yeah. But, I mean, crafting up all the components is not an issue. They're all just on autocraft, but, yeah, it's just, they're a bit annoying to build, and I just don't want to have to break them all down again and rebuild them. But I think we're kind of getting to that point, because yeah, they can't be sped up, unfortunately. And yeah, so that is kind of what I'm thinking with that. Also, I've been kind of, I've been going through all the recipes, pulling out anything that we don't need anymore, just to reduce the amount of recipes that it needs to calculate. This isn't too bad. It's only about, I don't know, what, 10 seconds or so to figure this out. So that's not too bad, but yeah. And everything we can do to speed this up, especially the later stuff. If I did like a creative, if I did that, that's going to take much longer. I'm not going to do it right now, but yeah. So kind of as an example, if we look at here, there's lots and lots of like wires and rods. So if we do like gold rod, say we need to craft that up. That's just like one little craft, like one step, easy enough. But if I do something like a crystal circuit, we can see there's a whole lot more crafting involved. So the So basically what I'm saying is, like, I think we should start automate stuff that has lots and lots of steps. So, for example, in the crystal circuit, if we could have recipes for all this stuff, but if I am just automatically crafting these crystal circuits and we don't need a recipe for that, when I do click this, it's not going to find a recipe for crystal circuits, so it's not going to find all the different the tree below that kind of thing is what it's kind of what I don't know if that makes sense. It makes sense to me, but yeah. So I think the circuits is what there's 4 different kinds: micro, crystal, quantum, and refined. I think that is the next thing we want, because all those circuits are used in emitters and the field generators and stuff, so that also makes this a bit slower. So these can start much quicker if we have all the circuits. So that is kind of what I'm thinking I want to do kind of next. Now I also may notice crafted up 6 more draconium infusers. Do we need to do this? No, probably not. But I don't know. It was just kind of fun. So yeah, we have a lot more now. It's just kind of fun to just craft up a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, this seems to be working pretty well. I don't know. I don't want to, like, don't quote me on it, but it seems to be okay. I don't think we're getting any lag or anything from having multiple recipes, but I don't know. That's just, that's really satisfying to see. Look at that. They're all in unison. Love it. But anyway, let's get the... Let me figure out what I want to do with these circuits, because a lot of them are similar. They all use the ASOC or SOC, so we need to get these, again, automated. I don't know how many different machines this is going to require. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm like, should we just use these, or should I craft up a whole separate room? Not sure. Should I craft up a whole new blast furnace just for these kind of thing? I don't know. So let me kind of figure out what I want to do with that, and we'll just let everything run, and yeah, we'll come back in a little bit. All right, we are back. Just crafting up the last of our cache shards. I've turned off the auto crafting of it, so I want to get some of this stuff set up before we start crafting a new one. So yeah, couple things I have noticed when we're auto crafting the hearts, I've noticed that we're not producing enough solidified hydrogen or draconium. This is quite a slow recipe, and we need so much of it. And draconium is not that slow, but we use a lot of it. I think a lot of it is going towards those plates. But I don't want to turn that off. So I think I'm just going to do... There's a couple options. You can either do more of the IV ones, but I think I'm going to just craft up some faster solidifiers, maybe ZBM. I don't want to have like 10 storage buses on, 10 different fluid solidifiers, and then a storage bus in my room kind of thing, my storage room, because that does cause a bit of weirdness with AE. If you notice when I sometimes try to craft something up and it uses a whole bunch of items and sometimes it doesn't work, the start button doesn't work, it's because you have multiple storage buses on external things. So, yeah. As expected, there is some little bit of weirdness with the way I'm doing it, but so far it's nothing too crazy. That doesn't seem to be an issue when I am auto crafting. Just sometimes manually, these super complicated recipes, yeah, having multiple storage bunches is not the most efficient, but we know that, and I knew that when I was originally planning it. So yeah, I'm going to do ZPM fluid solidifiers. I have to do a couple recipes. I never... it's these pumps. These dang pumps. They're so annoying. They use so many, like, just unique things that I didn't have room for in my... I didn't have room for those, so I haven't set that up. So I need to do a couple recipes for that, and we will... yeah, I'll switch these two, at least these two, to ZPM. Ultimate. What was the last one? Screws? Well, I know we have enough room for that. Do we have... I don't know if we have... Nope, we don't have the bolts either. But, look at that, we have just enough room. Chest, our screw. Yeah. I think we should have room. Titanium rod, but I think is on its own. All right, anyway, I'm not gonna go over that too much. So, moving on, I want to get our circuits crafting passively. We need so many, we need thousands per kind of thing. And, oops. When we craft up a Heart of Darkness, if we already have all the circuits, Heart of Darkness. I'm gonna keep saying that. I don't know. It's Heart of a Universe. I keep calling it Heart of Darkness. Yeah, if we already have all these on stock, it's gonna go much faster. So I think I'm going to repurpose this room. None of this stuff we use anymore. This whole setup was for tungsten, tritium, which we don't use anymore. This was for oxygen, hydrogen, we don't need that. And this is for titanium. So I think I'm going to break all this down and turn this into my circuit room. And I may throw two of the fluid solidifiers in here, just kind of in the corner. I don't know. I don't have a great place for that. I don't want to, like, I kind of like how this is set up. This looks nice and kind of, like, organized. I don't want to throw fluid solidifiers in there. I mean, I could just find somewhere. I don't really want to put them in there. Yeah. Anyway, this is for wetwares. I don't really want to put them in there either. Anyway, I'll figure that out. So let me cut here. Let me craft up some stuff. I have some ideas how I want to do the circuits. How are we going to feed this stuff into the machines? And then, yeah, let me come back. All right, we are back, and I just set up these two. I know it doesn't really go in a circuit room, but it's really the only place I had kind of space. So I just threw them there, and if I find a better place, I'll move them. But I think I'm going to try something a little different for these circuits. And I have no idea if this is going to work, if it's going to be laggy or anything like that. So I don't know if this is going to be viable, but we'll give it a go. And I may... Like I said, I may end up changing my mind. I may add more machines in this room, which I probably will, actually. But I want to get this up and running. So what I'm actually going to do, I think I'm going to try these frames, storage drawers. I haven't used any of these because I don't feel like it really goes with the aesthetic, but I have actually painted it. And you can just do a framing table and you can put whatever you want on them. So if I want to do that, do that. So I just kind of went with like a black one that's a little, it's like very black, but I don't know. It may look a bit silly with the, if I have a black ceiling. Again, we can always change it though. Oops. But should have a key. Storage. Alright, I do have a key somewhere. I think it's upstairs. But what I'm going to do is put the 3 items that we need in there and then use a limited filter to pipe them into the assemblers. I'm going to try that. I know there's probably other easier ways to do it, but we'll see. Just doing something a little different than all my other setups, because, you know, trying new things is kind of fun. So, limited. I'll have to craft up let's craft up 10. Thought I had a whole bunch more, but maybe I've used, I probably used them when I was in the chronic confusion room. All right, so there is that, and then I was debating whether I wanted to do. The problem if I just do an interface, it's going to be inputting directly into the A system, and I don't want it to do that because this will be basically infinite. I do want it to turn off at some point, which is the reason I use the wrong storage bus. Oh yeah, fluid storage buses. Yeah, if we do that, I don't know. We'll test it and we'll see. The other option would be to, I thought about possibly using machine controllers. That's another way you could do it. And give it a redstone signal, and it will turn off the machine. Should we try that? I don't know. We could try that. Something a little different than we have. I'm not going to worry about that right this second. Let me get this set up, though. So basically, we would just insert on a limited filter, and then, you know, whatever we want to put in there. These are pretty quick, I think, so I would maybe want to do like 16. What else did it need? SOC and fine tin alloy wires. I don't know why I'm being so specific with the amounts. Let's just craft up a whole bunch. All right, so what is it? 112. So it'd be, what was it? 32. And then 16 and 16 SOCs. All right, we'll try this. I have no idea, like I said, if this is going to work optimally, but we'll try. So basically have that, keep those items in stock. Now I'll try this, and again, don't know if this is going to be laggy. If it is laggy, we will adjust it and yeah, go from there. But I would like to try something. It's a little bit different. I haven't actually tried with recrafting items on there, but we'll see. Probably, I don't know. Using round robin would probably be better, but then it's like, I don't know. Yeah, let's try that. All right, so yeah, I think that would work. Since we The highest we're ever going to have is 32 items. That you don't need any more than 7. Does it matter? Not really. But oh, before I hook that up, let's throw these in there. Let's lock this. So see plastic. No, no, that didn't work. It just you sneaky thing. You that was funny. All right, I just need the 1 to lock it though. I forgot to lock it before it pulled everything out. All right, shall we try that again? I was like, wow, that black is really black on there. Yeah, we'll do it like that. The board first, the circuit next, and then like the whatever the wire is going to be there. All right. Always active. All right. And then I'll do that. This is only going to be export. That maybe that will help with the weirdness we get sometimes with AE. So, all right, let's attach that and see what happens here. It's filling up. What's it crafting? What's it crafting? All right, so there's crafting the plastics. Yeah. So it looks like it'll do the plastic and then it'll do whatever's next. So what I'm thinking is probably, yep, there goes the wires, then it goes the SOCs, then it's back to those. All right, well, I mean, it works. The problem is, yeah, it's only going to do, since it only does 1 at a time, it's not going to clog up too many things. All right. I kind of like that. Let me figure out how I want to tackle this. We may end up doing it a little bit different than usual. Maybe we'll try the machine controller to have it turn off when we hit a certain level. Should we do that? It's just a little different. I think we have 1 down here. Yeah. If we do it that way, basically we don't need this setup. I do have a couple fake ones in here, but don't tell anyone. Just to make them all look the same. There's a couple that are fake. Like this one actually doesn't. He's automatically input in here. I don't actually have him exporting. There's a couple other ones in here that are fake. So I might, if I do it this way, I'll set up a fake one, I think. So that I'm not really seeing any lag at the moment, but sometimes I do see the tooltip. Looks like it's lagging a bit. I don't know if you've noticed that. All right, so basically that will just be empty. All right, and then the machine, another assembly recipe. Yeah, we'll do, yeah, I think this will work actually. I mean, we'll just have them automatically go in there. They'll automatically go in the storage chest because the storage bus on it. And then we will level emit it. And I need to quickly do machine controller. Do we have an assembler? Sure. I think that's actually one of my cable ones. Ran out of room. That works. All right. So we'll see if this works. Would it be easier just to pipe it into a chest behind it? Yeah, absolutely. I'm making this way more complicated than it needs to be, but like I said, just, you know, doing things for fun. Can this be inverted, normal? So we want it inverted because I do, with the redstone signal, I like having it, if it's on, I like seeing that. Yeah. All right. So then that, I don't know, 100,000? Sure, why not? It's under 100,000 emitted redstone signal, this will work. And in theory, when I switch this to an interface, they should just go directly into, they should be inputting into, no, I don't need that. That storage door. Let's just double check. Oops. Is that one? Oh, emeralds, that's right. You should be going directly in here. Yep, there we go. All right, so that's probably a better idea than the way I was doing it with the storage buses on both these and the other one. I may end up actually, I don't know. I may end up switching these out for interfaces instead. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm kind of liking that actually. I'm thinking that works pretty well. I think I may end up setting up circuit boards in here. And then maybe having some like piping. Like if I set up stuff on this side. All right, well, we got refined circuits. So we'll have like tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5 crystal. And then maybe on this side, I'll do, I think there's 3 types of boards. No, 4 types of boards. We got epoxy, the multi-layer, and then the fiber ones. Yeah, and then I could run up cabling conduits maybe into the respective drawers. All right, but I think that's the easiest. The other way I thought about doing it is having 3 chests. That's the other option. Kind of similar to what I did in the wetware room. I don't have a thing for that, do I? Assembly line. That is the other option. I don't know. We'll see what I like. Yeah, the other option would be like this, with like chests and then piping out into the machines. I don't know, but I would need 3 chests per thing. So, you know, like I would need. Well, I wouldn't technically because those are shared. I don't know. I'll think about it and see what I like. I kind of like the storage drawer. It's a little bit different than what I've been doing. Yeah. All right, and then we'll, fortunately that is it for time today. So the other option, I don't know if I want to do this, is put each of these on a separate export bus. So I'd have 3 separate export buses. I don't know about that though. Although it's already like almost full. It's already full with the tin alloy wires. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to let this run. It doesn't really matter how fast it's going. I've already got enough for one more hard thing. So, all right. I also need to check to see if we're getting any lag. Doesn't feel like it, but I am seeing sometimes on the tooltips it says waiting for server, which would indicate that it is maybe lagging a little bit. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. So thanks for watching and have a good one.